Okay, we have game 3 up on the board here, and I notice Procession right away. There's a nice chain for Procession: 4 into 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8 even if you like. So there's that if you want, and my opponent is Qsenoch playing Procession. I've seen him play Procession a few times before. He's very good with the card, understands how it works very well, and he's coming up against me, who does not understand how it works very well. So I don't expect to do too good in this match, in this game, sorry, but we'll see how things go. We both open with double silver. I'm looking for an artisan early to get these fives, particularly bazaars and wild hunts. So if I can get some kind of draw engine going, I can have a better idea of what to do with my processions in this case. So my opponent has 5 and goes for a replace, which is fine. Here I have 3 and I do pick up another silver. I wasn't sure if I should have picked up another silver here, but I do go for it in the end. There's a lot of expensive things on the board, so I thought it was reasonable to pick up a third silver here. And I do in fact come up with 6 on my turn 4. My opponent gets double 5, which is good for them, but I have these 6. I'm not really sure who came out better here. Treasury replace against an artisan. Yeah, not entirely certain, but this is definitely an artisan here. No questions about that. This, however, is a little bit questionable. A forge at this stage, maybe. I did want some trash in my deck. My opponent has the replace, and I thought forge could fill that role for me, so which is why I went for it. My opponent has a procession quite early here, and is now able to pick up an artisan of their own. 3 here, this is not great, and I'm not going to pick up another silver. 4, I would have definitely picked up a procession, but 3, not a silver, just going to be a vagrant because, well, it might draw something. It might draw something early here before I forge away my estates, hopefully. So we are both going after the bazaars here. I'm going to gain 1 with the artisan and pick up, I believe, a wild hunt here. It's trying to establish some kind of draw engine going on. I could buy a seaway. I thought about buying a seaway at some point in this game, but the game moves way too fast for you to even entertain thoughts of picking up seaway on Procession. You would rather use that on a 5 cost, the $5 hand that is, and you're not really hurting for the plus buy because there's a ton of gainers in Forge, Artisan, Replace, Procession even. So a second Procession for my opponent. I have none yet, and another Bazaar. This is an opportunity for a Procession, and I am going to pick it up now. Also, using a Procession on Artisan is an easy way to get to Forge, and it might even be better to pick up Forge that way. So maybe that my Forge should have been a second Artisan. It would have upped my gaining potential for, you know, the good cards, the Bazaars and the Wild Hunts, for example. So my opponent here starts to bring out the Processions, right? And is able to pick up a Forge as well as an Artisan of one of the Processions and something else. That happened too fast for me to understand what was going on here. So here I have a couple options with the Forge. Could get another Forge, doesn't seem great. I could get a Bazaar by getting rid of one of these silvers. That seems much better. I'll do that. I could have gone for a replace myself, but I didn't really feel like I had the time to do that. And I had the Forge already, so I figured, well, you know, that's my trash and I'm happy with that. So 7 here is not going to be a Forge for my opponent. He has one already. I believe this is just his first Wild Hunt here. So some draw for him finally. I am going to use Procession on this Bazaar to hopefully find my Wild Hunt. No luck. No luck for me there. And here I make a mistake. I thought I had to click on the card that I would gain from the Procession, which would be the Artisan. However, because it's the only 6 course action on the board, the game automatically gives it to you. So I ended up accidentally buying another Artisan when I wanted the Bazaar. Bazaars are actually quite important here because it lets you, you know, probably Procession Artisan, and then you could draw the thing that you gain with the Artisan and still play it. The Bazaars are quite key here. We are both going after them fairly aggressively. Here's the Wild Hunt I was looking for. Comes with the Artisan rather than the Bazaar. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? My opponent claims the last Bazaar here and is able to draw still into it, so that's pretty good for them. another artisan coming out. Here's the treasury, and I believe the last artisan here is going to be a wild hunt, top decking something and picking up another wild hunt, I believe, at this stage in the game. So look, if you don't know, if you're new to Procession and whatnot, you might think that the game is far from ending, but that is not true at all, because what you're gonna see in the next turn, something incredible that amazes me every time I see Mick or anybody else who is competent with Procession do. He's gonna pile the game out next turn. Yeah, there's 10 things left, 10 things to gain. The 4 artisans, 6 wild hunts, or 6 processions. And he's gonna get all of them. He has 2 estates, giving him the points lead already, so he doesn't have to do anything except empty piles. But if he needed some extra points, he could have played a wild hunt for points and picked up, I don't know, it's like 7 or 8 points on his turn here. So this is how this one ends. If you like, you could have a look at the very elegant ending here given to us by Qsenoch. It's always nice to see this, even when you're on the receiving end. It amazes me to see this kind of thing happening. So I have sped it up a little bit, so if you want to slow things down and see for yourself, you can. I think what he did effectively here is that he used his processions on wild hunts to draw a lot, and that would give him artisans, and then he used the artisans that he drew off the processed wild hunts to gain the remaining wild hunts. I think that's the gist of what he did there. Not entirely sure. Anyways, 3 piles, 1 point for Qsenoch, game 3 to him. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.